Welcome back, YouTube. Got another video for you today with another kind of cool rifle. These are fairly common, but this one's a little bit, a little bit more uncommon, and I'll tell you why in a second. We've got here today is the Gewehr 88/05. You can see on the receiver it says Gewehr 88. This is a rifle that the Germans used from 1888 till well through the First World War with reserve units and everything. This rifle fires the 8mm cartridge. At first it fired the 8x57 with a 220 grain round nose cartridge, and it was a black powder cartridge, so it was a lot lower pressure. A lot of these were upgraded to fire the Spitzer round, denoted by the S on that receiver. Anyway, so the Gewehr 88 was adopted by the German military in 1888, and when the Gewehr 98 came out, these are issued more to reserve units and rear echelon units, support units like that. It's got a 5-round magazine, and Gewehr 88, the old one, was fed by a packet clip, so like an end block, but it went out a little bit longer on the cartridges. It went out to about right here, and when it was done, the packet would fall out of the bottom, kind of like a Mannlicher style. In 1905, they upgraded or updated a bunch of these to have the magazine shut or close with that little steel plate, and then they cut the receiver to allow the use of the Gewehr 98 or the Mauser style clips. This is not a Mauser rifle, now, despite what a lot of people think. It's similar, but it's technically not a Mauser rifle because the Mauser brothers didn't really have much to do with designing this, even though they wanted to get the contract. This rifle won. It's got a ladder sight that's adjustable up to 2,000 meters, and it's got a, adjustable thing like that. Now, a lot of these are missing the sight, and the reason this barrel looks so big is because there's actually a shroud on it for heat and other things, so you can grab it. The barrel's actually inside the shroud. Shroud's made out of steel, but it's really thin, and it kind of just goes all around the barrel down and meets up with the receiver. So it's just a standard blade front sight. I got the cleaning rod here. These are kind of uncommon and hard to find on rifles because most of them were missing. A lot of these got sent to Turkey for the First World War, and most of them will have Turkish markings on them. This one does not. A lot of the German ones, like this, that didn't, well, evidently didn't leave Germany, have reserve unit markings on them. This one doesn't, so it's kind of a weird piece, but it's got the imperial proof marks right there. This is an 1890 Danzig, if you couldn't figure that out already. And the bayonet for these, I don't have one, but it actually mounted on the side, like right there, and then I had the ring that went on the front. So yeah, these were used, and well through the First World War, a lot of the reenactors that'll do the reserve units will carry these, and it's pretty accurate. We're going to go ahead and fire this today at 50 and 100 yards. I think the bore is shot out, or it may be counterbored, I can't see. So I don't know how it's going to be accurate, but we're going to show you a rifle from 1890 firing. We're going to be using Turkish 150 grain light ball, 8mm. And we're going to see how this does. The bolt's really smooth on this thing. It's really not much to it. And it's kind of neat. Most of these will be actually missing the bolt head and the extractor. But I got lucky on this one. It's got everything. The ejector, the extractor, and the bolt head. So it's a fireable weapon. And if your weapon's not S-marked, don't fire modern 8mm through it. You're going to have to make hand loads. But since this one is, and it's updated to the 8805 configuration, we're going to go ahead and fire standard 8mm out of it. So here we go. This will be 5 rounds at 50 yards, just to kind of see. Last time I was shooting it, it was at steel, and it was hitting it, but we'll see how well she groups. It's a single stack magazine, so like when they used to have the packet clips, you just shove it in there. That's why it kind of protrudes from the bottom. It's before they figured out the whole double stack mag, but here we go. It's a loud little rifle. Jeez. hang fire, of course, or dud. Give it a second try. There we go. Alright, I'll go check out how those 5 rounds did. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's actually grouping a little better than I thought. I got kind of flinchy after that hang fire like I always do. Or the primer strike wasn't hard enough, it wasn't a hang fire. But it's actually where I was holding exactly. I was hoping it was going to hit a little higher, but we're going to let the old man do it now and see if he can group it right in the head and take his time. He's a better group shooter. Yeah, that's actually a little bit better than what I anticipated. These 3 at least. So we'll go back and do that. Okay, this will be at 50 yards as well on the head. You gotta kind of give her a slap. That's it. All right, we'll check. So that wasn't bad either. This is kicking back a lot of stuff through the board. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then he flinched on the first one because it's the oldest rifle he's ever shot, 1890. But yeah, you can tell which is coming through the back and which is going that way. And 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not terrible. That's still hitting a man-sized target at 50 yards, which probably that rifle's made for a lot longer. So now we're gonna go to the 100 and try that out. That'll probably take a little longer, so I apologize in advance for the long time in between shots. But we're gonna see if this thing's still holding any kind of group at 100. All right, 100 yards. We'll see how she does. This might take a little longer, but fuck. I think I flinched on that one. We'll see. I think I'm hitting up to the left a little bit, but hopefully they're all consistent. I'll try 5 more just for good measure. getting a little warm. Okay, go up and check the 100. Yeah, so that's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I was kind of aiming right there. They all hit, except for two, they all hit center mass. Yeah, so I guess this thing is just counterbored, and it looked like the bore was shot out, but they must have just made a deep counterbore because it's shooting okay. If you see my other videos, I'm not the best at grouping, but I can do reflexive fire, and that's kind of what I was doing there, just kind of acquiring the target, squeezing, and letting her fly. So that'd be a hit, definitely. Yeah, it's not bad at all. It's not, I mean, it's not a sub MO8 rifle, but as far as a battle rifle, I think it would be okay. But we'll go back and let the old man do it now and see how he groups at 100 yards, and then we'll try some walking and shooting tactical stuff. Some of those clips can be a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Got it?
I think so.
Okay. All right, we'll check that out.
All right.
So I added a few more to this group. I don't remember exactly. I smell skunk. That's not good.
No.
I don't want to get sprayed. So you got one up here, one at the head, and then a couple more down here. So it's kind of sporadic and everywhere. It's probably just because it's an old gun. And it's pretty nerve-wracking shooting it, but I'm sure if we were to sit here and shoot it all day, every day, it'd be a decent shooter. I'll do some movement drills, and then we'll conclude the video. Things starting to get a little bit warm, so we're just going to give her the grand finale. I'm just going to kind of walk and shit. I'm not going to do the bounding shit like modern days. We'll just kind of do like a going over the top thing like we did with the Gewehr 98. And we'll see how this does on the run. I'm just going to drop the clips in place, kind of walk down like I'm walking through no man's land. Besides the whole getting shot at and artillery and other guys. But we'll simulate. So. That bullet's a little sticky. God dang it. Besides that, the bolt's kind of smooth. It's pretty nice. I always hated reloading on the fly. There we go. Come on, baby. Damn it. Just starting to not want to work. One more clip, and then we'll be done. Kind of want to see. be so smooth if it just didn't have that stick like a Mauser bolt. Come on, baby. That's it. So that was kind of shitty as far as the bolt was working. It was like I had to hit that son of a bitch every single time. It's hitting on target though, which is a good thing. I didn't see the 50. We'll go back and check that out, but well, maybe we won't. We'll just consider it a hit. So yeah, it's a decent gun. The bolt, I don't know why it was so sticky. It was like a Mauser bolt on steroids, you know, when you kind of get that sticky bolt going. But maybe it was just the ammo or something. Either way, it's an accurate gun for what it is. It's kind of where I do better shooting on the move than I do bench shooting. But yeah, the Gewehr 8805 right here. If you get a chance to get one, they're about in this kind of shape with this shootability. It's about $350, $400. They're really cool pieces of history to have in your collection, and they just keep getting older. This is 100 years older than I am, and it still works great. You know, the bolt, whatever. You know, this thing will still drop a deer if you need it to. So there's the Gewehr 8805. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Tell your friends. Check me out on Facebook. It's the Mike B YouTube. Facebook.com/Mike B YouTube. And I'll take ideas for videos and stuff there too. Hopefully we'll be getting out this summer a lot more. Having some fun up at the farm, shooting longer distances with the PU and stuff like that. I'll show you some different things. So thanks for watching.